Okay, you're next. Okay, we'll get it.
Wayne and Stephanie Ulery from Youngstown, Ohio. And just want to say real quick, thanks to the Dowds, the Hernandezes, the Merritts, and the Harts. That's pretty much our line. And you know, growing up, my dad worked for GM, my mom United, and I barely graduated high school with a 1.3. I mean, I relate with Steve. I told my Spanish teacher, if you don't give me a D, I have to come back. Please help me. And so with that, there wasn't much to school. 97, I committed my life to Jesus Christ. And thank you. Thank him. And I felt a call to ministry, and no doors would open. And so I just got into General Motors because my dad got me in. But I learned real quick that doing the same thing 500 times in 8 hours was driving me nuts. I love helping people. I believe if you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. Success is determined by going from one failure to the next and not losing your enthusiasm. And you can make money and you can make excuses, but you can't make both. And so the next thing for me was I left GM. They offered me money to leave, and I went, yeah, a guy who barely graduated, they gave me 70 grand to quit. I said bye, and I went on to be a Kiyosaki mentor. I was traveling around the country training people in real estate. When I first heard this opportunity, I thought, no, I don't want to sell juice. And Hernandez Mike told me, Wayne, I don't sell anything, and I make great money, and I hear you like to help people. So they showed me the business, and you know, 90 days we went gold, wouldn't even know what we were doing, and we've just been helping people now ever since. And beliefs, I would say, you know, my grandma, she just passed this year at 92 years old, and when I was young, I heard about my grandpa who died when I was 5, and he was a big entrepreneur. And then the next generation, my parents, they went into the workforce. And so something from my grandpa just spoke to me when I heard stories of what he had done in his life, and I wanted that kind of lifestyle. So that's where my drive first came, my first belief. And I tell you what, you got to get brainwashed, people. If you're on the webcast tonight and someone invited you to look at this, you probably need to be brainwashed, because if you're stuck in your just over broke that's not giving you anywhere, you need to take a look at this. And if it changed my life, a guy who barely graduated high school, it'll change yours. And the Hernandezes and I are going to the More Project in May. That's my heart. My heart is to reverse tithe, giving everything else to children in less fortunate situations, as doing missions work to El Salvador. I kind of already know how those kids live. And you got to have an emotional connection in this. One thing I've changed in my business lately is this. I don't want to know that you're just looking anymore, because everybody will tell you they're looking. But mostly what they mean is, can I just flip a light switch and the money comes? No, you got to do something about this, and you got to find an emotional connection. So don't let your person go that you ask if they're looking until you find what they're emotionally connected to. I'm emotionally connected to all those little kids' eyes in El Salvador, and I'm sure the More Project will be the same thing. And I'll tell you this last thing, and I'll let my wife speak a little, and only because I'm the talker, as you can tell, but I used to tell people this: you got to have a strong why, and when somebody tells you no, your why should come right up in front of your face and block them from your vision. When somebody tells you yes, it should then come up again, but get brighter. So if you can remember that, it's really what's going to keep you going. You got to have that why all the whole time in front of you. If they say no, let it block them. If they say yes, let it get brighter.
All right.
Well, how do you top that? I just love Monavie. What he didn't say was, we joined this kind of to make, you know, some extra money when the mentoring thing went slow in the winter. And after 9 months of being in Monavie, he got a phone call at a Monavie conference.
The Utah Pulse.
The Utah conference when the Pulse came out. And in a voicemail, they fired him. And what we started to make extra money with was there for us, and that's all we do now. We have no job. I have no one telling me when I can take my family on a trip. I don't have to worry about if I get sick. I don't have to call off work. We stay home with our kids. We're just trying to do that for our team, for our friends, because we're having so much fun and everyone thinks you have to have this job, and our job let us down, but Monavie was there for us, and I will always be here for Monavie.
All right. I love you. Thank you. Sarah Borden. Hey, Evie, come on.